It's Wednesday at Le Mans, which means finally we have some cars on the racetrack. Very good news. A bit of a late start, though, today with practice, a 4-hour session beginning at 4 o'clock. The first qualifying session coming up a little bit later this evening, 8 until midnight local time here in France. And it could prove to be a very pivotal qualifying session if the weather forecast, which includes a great deal of rain for tomorrow, ends up holding up. So we will see. That said, had a chance to catch up with some of the folks from the Ford Chip Ganassi Racing stable earlier today. Talked to both Billy Johnson as well as Joey Hand about their expectations, especially considering the BOP change following the announcement yesterday, what they're expecting from practice and qualifying today, and what they hope to accomplish on track. Ford Chip Ganassi Racing driver Joey Hand joining us. We've got practice and qualifying still to come here today. First chances to get on track. So what are your expectations here for the two sessions today?
Well, you know, just to see how the car stacks up compared to the test day. You know, the test day, we felt pretty good. Like I actually really liked the balance of the car. The car was really comfortable to drive, I thought, for what we've had here at Le Mans before. I liked it. You know, our engineer John Hennick, he's put a lot of work in these, you know, in a year from last year, thinking about what we can do when we come here this time, and not just him, everybody at Ford and Chip Ganassi Racing, but they did a really good job as far as I'm concerned. You know, for me, it's like I said, the best car I've felt driving here from this balance standpoint and all that. You know, Le Mans is a different place. You know, people don't really, not everybody understands maybe that, you know, we run a lower downforce package here than anywhere like in the US, you know, so running Lime Rock versus Le Mans is much different as far as how much aerodynamic downforce you have. So a lot of times you can have a car here that's just just white knuckle and hanging on for dear life, and so that's what you're prepared for here. And when you have a car that has some comfort right away, it's a very good thing. So for me, it's all about, is the car as good as it was the test day, and how do we make it better?
Forecast today looks good, a little less so for tomorrow. So how important are these dry laps to get a sense of the race car in dry conditions, and also potentially to set the lap that might set the starting order?
Absolutely. The race is so far looking like it's going to be dry, but how the weather's been all week, you never know. But definitely we're going to turn the fastest times in the dry, so getting this practice session done as best as we can to figure out the new BOP with the weight and the power differences is going to be really crucial to get a good dry run in qualifying here tonight.
Everybody's probably guessing at this point, but in your estimation, how do you expect the BOP change to affect the balance of the race car?
It's really difficult to tell, especially compared to our competitors. No one knows what everybody is doing, so all we can do is focus on what we have. And less weight is obviously never a bad thing, but less power is definitely a bad thing in a car with such a small engine. So we'll roll with the punches and do our best in practice and see what we can do for qualifying.
There has been a BOP change since the test day. How does that in any way affect your expectations for the class and what you might expect some of the biggest competitors to be?
Well, you know, I read through it. You guys always do a good job of posting it. I'm literally watching your website when I read that stuff. So thank you, Sportscar365, because you guys seem to put it out the best. But, you know, we don't know the numbers. I don't know the numbers when they say 0.01 this, 0.01 that. I know that we got less weight. Some cars got more weight. I mean, I think it's hard to say. I mean, I would tell you, when I see less weight off of my car, I feel good about it. It's better than having more weight on the car, but we also got less power. So I don't know if how it counteracts each other. But like I said, I mean, the thing for us here is, from a driving standpoint, I mean, that is what it is. You know, we don't have anything to do with that except wheeling the car. So from my standpoint, it's always, you guys have heard me say before, it's all about having a race car, a racy race car. And that means when I get past and I'm on the outside of a corner that I should be on the inside for, can I hang on, right? Do I lock up brakes a lot, or do I not? You know, you don't want to, you get in really weird predicaments here when you're getting passed by prototypes that are 40 miles an hour faster than you or whatever. So, or racing a car in your class and getting passed, and then trying to pass a GTM. So there's a lot of things that go on here that it's not just about circulating Le Mans as fast as you can. It's also about getting through traffic being passed and circulating Le Mans as fast as you can.
Thank you very much to Ford for their hospitality, as well as Joey and Billy for their time. We still have a lot of coverage coming your way later today with session reports from the practice, from the first qualifying session. We've got a podcast later on tonight as well, and all the regular features plus news as it comes into us. So plenty still to come. Hope you keep checking Sportscar365.com for that, and we'll be back with another video for tomorrow.